Alright, so this is my second video on my Kicker Q-Class L7s. I already done one video on the box itself. If you can see, pretty much the first video I made was mainly on this port. You can check that out if you want. My second video is on these thread inserts. The reason I'm putting these thread inserts in is because if I want to take these subwoofers out, you know, as a kid, I used to take subwoofers out in and out all the time. And eventually you start to chew through your box because you're running screws in and out, screws in and out, screws in and out. But I've always had circle subs, so I was always able to just turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it. But now, since you have square subwoofers, you're not just going to be able to turn it, turn it, turn it. That's where I bought these thread inserts. I've learned a lot about all of this on car audio fabrication. That guy's got an amazing channel. I would highly recommend looking into him. But the way I set this up, or the way I'm going to set this up, you can do it whatever way you want. Definitely check out his channel and see how he does it. Pretty much the same concept. But I'm going to take this thread insert and I'm going to sink it right about there. And then I'm going to run this bolt, you know, down in there, and that's going to hold my subwoofer. And then I can pull my bolt in and out without ever hurting my box. I'm going to glue these thread inserts in my holes, my pre-drilled holes, which I just take a piece of tape, throw it on the end of a drill bit, and drill my holes. My drill bit is just a touch bigger than my thread insert. My bolts that I'm using, these are 1024. They're just a touch bigger than a M4, but not as big as an M5. Because an M5 bolt, a 5mm bolt, you'd be surprised, doesn't fit through there. Be surprised. But these 1024s will. And then they're an inch long, so 1024 by an inch, and then these thread inserts. Put these thread inserts in like so, glue those in with some epoxy. I'm not going to show you me doing any of this, I'm just giving you an idea of how I'm doing this. He's gonna, the car audio fabrication, he's gonna show you a video of him actually doing it. He's got all of his fancy, you know, he makes YouTube videos. I do not. But he's gonna do all of his fancy stuff. And he does his flush. His are flush like this. And then he's got a smaller bolt. And then it just holds that tight. Me, I'm gonna do mine just a touch deeper, and I'm gonna glue mine in, and then I'll sink these in, and that should pull it tight. Anyway, 1024 for the bolt size by 1 inch. That should be absolutely perfect for your 3/4 inch face box. If you have a, you know, inch face box, you might need a longer screw, or you can always just go shorter screw and just not drill the hole as deep. But definitely look into car audio fabrication. Go ahead and look at how I did this port. All this is, you know, I got all this was free from Kicker U. And, you know, again, the car audio fabrication showed me how to do all of this. This is my digital signal processor. I even put a little fuse box in here, and just look at his video. He'll show you how to do all this crap. But, you know, this is my setup, my 2 Roxford Fosgates, and all my wire. But again, just wanted to show you guys this, just in case you were thinking, you know, well, what am I going to do about, let's say you wanted to change, you know, the ohm rating of your subwoofers. You wanted it from 1 ohm to 4 ohm. Well, you got to pull your subwoofers out and rewire all of that. And then, let's say you wanted to change that back, or change it to this, or change it to that. Well, eventually, you can only, these square subwoofers, you turn them and they're just going to line up the same way. And you're just going to be putting the screws in the same hole. And you're eventually going to strip out that screw, or strip out that wood. And then you're going to be ended up gluing this in, and that's all bad. Another thing, before you put fabric on your box, if you're making your own box, I would try to put these in first. It's not that big of a deal. It just makes it a little harder to get these in straighter with this fabric in your way. So just take a little bit of a little tiny razor blade and cut that out of your way so you can actually get an insert in there. Otherwise that fabric gets in there and then it makes it a pain in the ass to screw that in. Thanks for watching.